Love. What is love? Love, we could also say, is an emotion. Love is a good feeling. Love evokes good things in everyone. When you see a little child, love just reaches out to that baby. When someone tells you, I love you, what does that evoke in you? It evokes good feelings. And yet the word tells us, love others as you love yourself. But how do we love ourselves? How do we have the process of loving ourselves? Is loving ourselves feeling good about ourselves? Is loving ourselves spoiling ourselves? What is loving ourselves? In my world and in my definition, loving yourself is fully accepting of who you are. Loving yourself is, don't beat up on yourself. Take it easy, relax. I find that too many of us are so busy beating up on ourselves. Every single day you will say, oh, I feel I'm too fat, I have a big tummy, I'm too curvy, I'm not pretty enough, my hair is too short. There's always something negative that we're telling about ourselves, especially we women. But I'd like us to pause, just pause for a minute and consider loving yourself. Because when you love yourself, you're now giving the world you as a gift. You're giving your friends your happiness. The best gift you can give anyone, give your child, give your husband, give your friends, is you. And when you're down and depressed and sad and sorrowful and everything around you is negative, nobody wants to be around you. Nobody wants to be around anybody who's negative. Nobody wants to be around somebody who's full of sorrow and self-pity and sadness. But when you love yourself and when you exude confidence and you exude joy and you exude love, then you draw others of like minds towards you, because they say like attracts like. So when you're loving yourself and you're full of joy and you're full of happiness, then you draw that to yourself. So my friends, today we're just talking about love. Let's consider loving ourselves. Let's consider and think about loving ourselves unconditionally. Appreciate who you are. Yeah, okay, so what if I'm the kind of person who loses my temper? Try and temper down. And when you do lose your temper, don't beat yourself up. Don't regret. Don't feel like, oh no, I messed up this time. What am I going to do? How can I get over this weakness that I have? Don't. Chill out. Be accepted of who you are. I'll give you an example. I've been through lots of things in my life, very many situations and very many circumstances. And in essence, you could say I'm an old soul just because of the experiences of life that I've been through. But there's a time in my life when I actually did not love myself. I beat up on myself, and the reason why I didn't love myself is because nothing seemed to be working for me. So I blamed myself. I hated myself. I thought I was the most ugly person. I actually thought there's nothing good about me, and I actually thought there's nothing anybody would want to love about me. And so that drew me back into a very dark place. That I became miserable. No, my children didn't even want to be around me, you know. And that once again got me thinking, because I'm inviting you to my world and teaching you and sharing with you the things that have helped me change. And so when I considered and thought about me not loving myself and thought about the reaction that people around me would have because of me, and thought about the stories or the things I'll talk about, everything was dark about me, I began to realize I needed to love myself. As soon as I began to love myself and as soon as I began appreciating myself, and once again even went back to that place of the person I was at that point in time when I was joyful and happy, I began to appreciate who I am. I began to pursue passion. I began to love life. I began to see the trees and the leaves were greener than usual. The sky was brighter than usual. Everything just seemed perfect. There was so much harmony. Why? Because I now eventually came into alignment with who I was as a person. I accepted and became accepting of who I am and who I was. And love is kind. Love is patient. No, love is all the things that tell us the good things that love is. And so be that. Be yourself. Be true to yourself. Really, what am I saying? I'm trying to say, be true to yourself. Don't be too critical of yourself. And take life easy. Accept who you are. And be happy. Until next time, my name is Carol, and this is Carol's World.